Hello and welcome back to Captain of Industry. In our last episode, we set up a lot of the pipelines here, running the byproduct, the wastewater, out of the diesel refinery here. The diesel also is coming out, going into the ship and the shipyard. We have now stocked that all up. We also, what else do we do? We also expanded the concrete production here. We do have quite a bit of slag stockpiled as well. We're slowly crushing that here and turning that into concrete here. Our impediment right now is cement on that front, which we are trying to deal with here with the excavator scooping out the limestone from this mountain here and loading it into that truck. And we don't have a dump site here at this site, so if this truck has a truckload of something other than limestone, it's going to have to haul it, say, out to here or something. Which reminds me, we should take a look at that mountain. We still got a little bit to go. And this mountain here, quite a bit to go. And finally, Trash Mountain over here. And that one's a bit closer. That's going to be rough. That's going to be rough. All right, coal is... Actually, yeah, we should check that too. Coal's going to need an expansion on its mark pretty soon. And iron as well iron, though, is doing pretty well. One of the things on our list is to start mining and refining copper, although we do have quite a bit at this point. But more importantly, we need to keep concrete going. So maybe we should expand this out to be about 4 instead of 2/3 here, and just let these keep filling up and running. Because the more they run, the more we can get these to run. And then what we also need to do at that point is to eventually connect these up to those with belts. Belts. We looked it up. It was belts. That's the other thing we need to do, is to set up some more automation. We did finish conveyor belt research the last time, and we also before we do belts, we need to do construction too. So we're gonna have to set that up very first today. That's going to take construction parts plus electronics, which means electronics is going to consume a crap ton of rubber and concrete. Maybe we should do rubber first then, because we don't have that much rubber. We do have a fair amount of copper. I might have said concrete. Rubber and copper. We do have a fair amount of that, but we're going to need more. And this is the electric assembly, which we should check the recipes too and see if there's a difference. Looks like if the construction parts is any indication, it looks like the recipe is the same ratio, just it's twice as fast, or produces, or it consumes and produces twice as much. Effectively, it's twice as fast here at the electric versus the manual. But the good thing about the electric is I'm assuming we aren't going to need as many people. So that's number 1 for today. Number 2 would be a little more logistics. And number 3 would be, I think, copper production. We should also, before we go, look at this efficient concrete. I'd have to compare that recipe to the ones we have. But it puts sand in the mix, and we can turn gravel into sand at the crusher. Okay, we're turning rock into gravel at the crusher, so we could chain another crusher to that and turn gravel into sand, and then dump that sand into the concrete mixers, making concrete with crushed slag. And then we can supplement the sand with sand from beaches, I guess, if we wanted to. Fuel station gives our excavators a bit closer of a fuel point. That'd be a good idea. Groundwater pump would be really good because it gives us some more water for making our concrete slabs. Irrigated farms can be connected to a source of water or fertilizer. And then crop rotation gives us the ability to rotate crops and put green manure in. I think this might be what we want to do next. Our fertility is a bit low. So let's do that first. Here. And here. And here. And I've said it before. I keep saying it. I even said it in a comment today. I keep saying I'm going to stop doing research, but I've took one of these out and I'm doing it slow enough that I'm okay with what I'm doing. And we can see how that works. So I think rubber first, because we need rubber to make, we might have to do copper before we can even do the next construction parts, which is a bit of a bummer. But either way, rubber first. Let's take a look at that. It's not made in the basic distiller. Crude oil refining, I'm guessing it's made in a rubber maker. You know why I'm guessing that? Because it is. Sulfur or coal? Well, we don't have silver, so we're going to have to use the coal, which means we're going to have wastewater again. So let's set one of those up. Maybe, let's see, what do you got here? Rubber out, wastewater out, diesel in. Yeah, let's set this up over here, like a few away from the pipe so we can get the pipe down, but somewhere maybe right here. Let's actually put it into planning mode. That way it doesn't start building it. We don't have to keep the game paused if we didn't want to, which we shouldn't want to, that is. Let's see, C on that. U into here. It's too close, I think. Yeah, it's too close. Okay, then we do a delete. And then we go a rubber maker right here. Right there. That's what I wanted. And then we have to get the wastewater out of here. So we'll go here, and then we'll go up, which is E, 3 levels right away. We have to come out 1 space, of course. We'll go like to there, I guess. Then we can carry this on over and plug it into here. And that'll take the wastewater out. That is the right pipe, right? Yes. That'll take the wastewater out the same way that the wastewater from the diesel is going. And now we can turn off this mode and turn on the pause tool. Yeah. To unpause these. You just have to click on them. Each one you want to do, or you can do a shift, drag a box, I think. Maybe not. I think you can. I just didn't do it right. I think you can drag the box too. Oh, and somebody told me or reminded me that you can chain researches. You can have more of these queued up if you want. And I want to keep making these distinctions, I think, or these decisions, I should say. So I think we're going to wait and not do that just now. But if it comes down to it later, we can. So that's going to start getting made. We can now, I think, go work on copper. And I think for copper, we're going to do the smelt, or the mining, rather, all the way over here. Let's see. Mine control tower. I think I'm just going to chew right into, like, here, maybe? And then we'll do... Oh, we need another excavator, of course. You. Make one. We're okay with trucks right now, it says, but when I assign one to this, we might not be. So we'll have to see if that actually becomes an issue. But I'm going to wait. Oh, rubber maker needs a recipe selected. Right, of course, Wally, good job. Here. I'm just going to clear that. Tick. Yeah. It's fine. We have too many potatoes. That's not a bad thing. Yeah, we're flashing into busy, so we might need to make another truck, which I think we can afford now anyway, so maybe we should just do it. Because these only take, yeah, the rubber, but we're making rubber now, so let's go ahead and do that. The big hitch was rubber and diesel for these. The truck parts, I thought we were making those. Actually, maybe we're not making those. We are making those. Vehicle parts, whatever they're called there. These bits. We did have some, and we spent them. I do need to put all those in a storage, by the way, so that we have a stockpile of them, so the machines can kind of run and keep us caught up. All right, so we need to do some mining here. Nope, not with that. We do it with this mining designation. And I'm just going to, once again, take a F to make it flat versus F to make it sloped. And we'll just do like this. It's a nice big area, and we'll just flatten it out, and then we can dig down later, as mentioned previously. Once we have this and this, we can do that. We don't want waste dumped here, and we should allow at least dirt to be dumped here someplace, although these trees are kind of in the way. Because I don't want the truck having to drive all the way over to there or to there to do its dumping. So we need to at least be able to dump dirt here. The rock can be hauled, but the dirt we can dump. So let's do a dumping designation. And let's do a hill. Good. And we'll do this like that, I suppose. Why does that look weird? That's not what I want. Didn't I choose dumping? I did. Why did you do... Oh, I see. Okay. Let's do like that. It's a little bit narrower than I would normally do, but it is what it is. All right. What's going on with the truck here? With the excavator? Ah, it just finished. Okay, I'm just going to assign a truck here. Oh, we have sand here too? That's not bad then. Oops. We're here. We're here, Molly. We didn't go that far yet. You and you. And then then that new truck comes in, it'll just join in the fun here. Okay. And yeah, we'll end up re-excavating these and this to get any slag or rock out of it. And just letting dirt be planted there. Maybe we should even just turn off this and this. Oh yes, and definitely that. And let them only dump dirt there, and they have to carry the rock and the slag over here. And then they can yell at me when well, the slag comes from there, but they can yell at me when they have too much. We can figure out what to do at that point. I think someone said you can also join these together to make a larger storage. I don't know how that works. If I put them next to each other, it doesn't look like it would. I could be wrong. Okay, you don't seem to want me to connect them together. Oh, I was doing the fluid storage, wasn't I? Yeah, that's why. I mean, I guess we could try it. We have plenty of slag, so... But I don't know if it makes it a larger storage or if it just joins them together so they're chained together. But we have plenty of slag here, so it wouldn't hurt to have another one anyway. Alright, so there... Oh, our power is an issue right now. Let's add another generator. We could move these generators to a different area. But for now, I'm just going to add one here. And that way we have twice as much power, because we're going a little over sometimes. There. It ticks up. I don't know why the production goes under, though. Doesn't make any sense to me. But we'll figure it out. Did you make the truck? You're making it right now. It needs the vehicle parts. Yeah, we need to possibly double the vehicle part thing here. Not that one. That's the machine parts, although we do need to increase that too. But these. So maybe we should do... Yeah, we can't even do this yet. Maybe we should do this a little bit differently. We could do... I should have done these totally differently. I still could. Do I want to at this point? I'll just let them do it. I'll let them make the stuff. They just picked up 12 there, so we'll just let them make it and stockpile whatever they take, and then it'll be fine for now. We'll figure that out sometime later. Let's see. I think we could probably duplicate these now too. I'm going to do Shift-C so that I can take the recipe with me and then paste down 2 more. And then, of course, we need to do this out to here and into there. And then here into there. Please, straight pipe. There we go. And that'll make those as well. We have plenty of construction parts. We did have plenty of... Yeah, we do have plenty of construction parts. So that'll be fine. You are taking down trees right there, and you are completely ignoring the fact that you're up under a pipeline. Okay. Sure. I mean, it probably came over the ramp, or maybe it didn't, but... Yeah. Not like the game has apparently no... pressure or lift or head lift rather rules. That's nice. Well, the trucks, yeah, the trucks will aim for the vehicle ramps here. They won't go under a pipe unless they need to, but they can, whereas the, or at least unless it's out of their way or something. Or actually, well, they could have come like this way, I suppose. It's fine, either way. That one looks like it's going back that way. And you are... So yeah, it doesn't make it bigger, it just links them together. Oh, and I guess I need to set this to slag. So it doesn't make them bigger, it looks like. It just joins them together, which is good. It's not a bad thing, but yeah. So are we mining? Yeah, you're full. Okay, you're waiting for me. All right, let's come back over here now. Let's do a furnace out here. Like, actually, I need to copy this whole area, but I don't want to take the recipes. I just do a C, and then you can drag the box around to select the whole area, and then we can put this down maybe opposite here-ish. And did it take... No, it doesn't take the transports with, which is fine. We'll just put those back down again. And then you... No, I want you to go there first, and then go here. That way it looks the same. Like that. And then we need a smokestack. I think it took that with, though. Yeah, it did. And then the slag will come out here. We could put that into a storage now once we have U-shaped conveyors. We just need those golden parts yet. This is going to be copper, which will be this recipe here. So we need copper, coal, and then that's going to produce molten copper. And then here at these, well, that's interesting. You just have them both selected. That's fine. It doesn't really matter because, I mean, they can only take what they get in their molten channels, but you can also turn them off too. I guess maybe those are on by default because I didn't... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Leave it on. Leave it on. It's not like a truck can deliver that anyway. It can't deliver molten stuff. And so then we're going to have impure copper coming out of these. And then we had another building that we want to use that I don't remember what it's called. Maybe it's over here somewhere. Yeah, copper electrolysis, which needs water to turn that crappy copper into good copper at 24 per minute. And these guys are producing 12 each. So we're going to want to eventually belt this stuff out into one of these. And then it's going to also need to get some water in here. So I think what we'll do is we'll set up one of these big old water things here first, maybe. Somewhere like this. Actually, I'll probably set the other thing up first then. Copper electrolysis, and then just go like here, and then we'll get that big old water thing. We can do the groundwater pumps later, but rainwater is probably better from a stability standpoint. I don't know. Sustainability standpoint, I guess. We'll go there with that because it's freaking huge, but that's fine. And then we go to transports and pipes, and we'll bring this into there. And then once we have belts, we can dump this onto a belt here and here, feed it into there, and we'll be good to go. Yeah, farms, you're fine. It'll be fine. Let's kick the speed up. I forgot we were at speed 1. Where are you from? Why were you Oh, you went and dumped off... You probably went and dumped off some slag or something. Or rock. Because, yeah, we quit dumping rock here. So, yeah, you're picking up rock now. Alright, that's fine. You're dumping it off here. And we're turning it so fast into gravel that it doesn't even count. That's good. You're still taking coal. That's good. We're probably going to have to add another truck to coal eventually. Maybe even another excavator. Just because it may not be able to keep up with the demand here. But I do like the whole vehicle thing in this game. Like, the fact that the mining is being done by excavators, like, and then the trucks are taking the materials away, and it's really realistic, I guess. At least, you know, as much as it can be in a game, but to give it the effect anyway in the game. All right, good. This is going to take us a while because of all the construction parts here, but that's fine. This is going to need 6 water per minute. This can collect 3.5 per minute. We may just want to add a second one of these, or we could just wait for that groundwater pump whenever we decide to do that research. Here, what's settlement water? Oh, nice. Fresh water to a settlement. Eventually, we should probably chop these trees down over here too, so that we can put another settlement in. Maybe I should even take care of that now. I'll let you finish those, and also I'll mark these. That way you can go over there and deal with those next. And I think it'll yell at me. I think it did that before. No trees to chop, and we'll take care of it then. We are keeping this box full, so it's just a matter for that. Are we okay on? We're doing okay on rubber. Yeah, it's full. We could put that in the storage too. Perhaps we should. I would like to try and think about how to arrange these things. I just don't really know yet, and plus we could probably go ahead and switch to the electric ones instead of using these. They're going to take... Well, wait a minute. They take 2 more workers and... Oh, we can't build one anyway. They take 2 more workers. They take 2, whatever this means, and 20 kilowatts. We have to do this, the new bits here at one of these anyway. So let's put one of these down. I'm gonna put it way over here out of the way, and then we'll turn it on for this, and we'll start feeding those components in. That way we can start making construction parts too, because we're gonna need those. And then once we have a good stockpile of those, we can switch all these over to electric. Maybe we'll rebuild them in a new area at that point. We're able to make 360 kilowatts now, thanks to our second generator. And yeah, we could run this pipe anywhere we want, or even pull the generators back over here someplace and do our power generation over here. It actually doesn't matter, because any exhaust from anything affects the pollution of the whole island the same, regardless of where it's being produced. So you can't kind of cheese the game by polluting in one corner and having your settlements in the other, and your farms in another, and everybody's happy, everybody's fine. Nobody's upset about the weather or the pollution or the, fish with 3 eyes. No problems at all. Got to keep an eye on this Trash Mountain, because that could fill up eventually. We could add another storage here for potatoes if we wanted. I'm fine with that. I don't think it's reflected here, though. I think this only reflects the food that's in here. The 400 food that's in here, not the food that's in here. Because when we started the game, we had about that much before we even put this down. We're consuming 11.7 every 60. So 11.7 times 33 months is 386. Yeah, so it's only counting what's actually in this storage here, not what's here too. So we have another, let's say 12, goes into 180 15 times. So we have another 15 months worth of potatoes in this bin alone. That's not nothing. No designations able to be mined. Oh, we've mined all the coal? Oh, then let's fix that problem. We could start digging down, I suppose. But for me, it's kind of a why bother situation. Like, why not just keep going in and then start again and dig down after we've dug a huge bit of it flat. And then we just dig down like one level at a time, and or maybe ramp it down until we find dirt, and then we can square it off or whatever later if we want to get all the coal out. But for now, we can get plenty of coal here in the surface, so why dig down? I don't know. And then you end up hitting dirt and not realizing it. It's a lot to manage later. And they need to finish these two. We have plenty of parts. The trucks are stable. Did I build too much again at the same time? I didn't build that much. I only told them to build this and then that. Oh, we're still building these? I didn't realize we're still building these. Oops. Well, those are done. That's done now, finally. All right. Hopefully that means that these are getting done a bit more, a bit faster. And then that means we'll get more fed into this. Are we short on here iron now? Uh-oh. Are we... Yeah, we're low on iron. We need to duplicate this too. Let's do Shift-C. And duplicate this. And this is where we could use the same exhaust for multiples. We could even lay that out, I suppose. We delete that. And then we do a pipe here. To there, to here. And then that can go up and over. Yeah, that'll go up over like that just fine. So let's take this first. Let's flip that around. Come out a little bit just to be safe. Maybe. And then we can do the pipe again. There. And then come into there. And then you can plug into that. And then once that's built, we'll take this one out and we'll pipe this one in howeverly. We need to do our molten channels here. Please. Thank you. You can also do... Is it a priority tool? We could actually do this to say... Well, it's fine. We need to get these going because they're impeding our progress on construction parts now. This is actually less important, technically, than that. Crop rotation is finished. I'm going to wait a little bit for research. And tutorial on farming. Okay, let's go over here and pause this. The reason I'm going to pause it is because A, we're not going to do any research for a little while. But B, that way it gives me the unity back and puts the pops back into work because we're getting low on pops. We need to put another settlement down. Crop rotation, or farming tutorial rather. Let's see. So managing your island's industry. So managing your island's industry wasn't enough for you? You decided to be a farmer as well. So let's cover some basics. Farms grow crops, and crops can be used in various places, but mainly to feed your pops. Crops for pops. But crops don't grow for free. They consume water and soil fertility. Water is replenished by rain, even for greenhouses, but rain is not a reliable source, and more advanced crops are more demanding, so having an external source of water is recommended. Irrigated farms automatically distribute water when the soil gets dry, so externally supplied water does not get wasted. Farm yield gets reduced if crops don't have enough water and may even dry out. Fertility is a bit more complex. Farm's fertility directly affects its yields. When a farm has 50% fertility, it only produces 50% of what it could have produced if it had 100%. Okay. Crops consume fertility on a daily basis, but farms also have a daily natural fertility replenishment, meaning that leaving farm empty without growing anything would replenish its fertility slowly back to 100%. Well, that's good to know. Over time, fertility will stabilize at some value based on planted crops. This value is called fertility equilibrium. That is the final fertility you can expect if you maintain your current crop schedule for a long time. Also, if you don't rotate your crops, meaning you keep growing the same crop all the time, you get a fertility penalty. To overcome all the fertility costs, there are several options. You can rotate regular crops with green manure, which increases soil fertility but does not yield any products. But the biggest farmer's overclocking dream are fertilizers. They can increase your farm's fertility and keep it there. Some of them can even increase your fertility over 100% to get even more out of your farms. However, you need to make sure you provide a stable supply. To make fertilizers work, you need to connect a pipe with fertilizer to your farm and drag the fertility target slider to the desired level, and the farm will automatically fertilize the soil to maintain the specified level. Note that each fertilizer has its own maximal feeding target it can reach. Also, the conversion of fertilizer to fertility is not always one-to-one and is displayed in the UI. If I were editing this, I would change the wording here to say, instead of saying the farm will automatically fertilize, I would say the workers at the farm will fertilize the soil. Because you are spending 10 workers to keep this farm running. So just kind of a logic, whatever reason thing that doesn't really matter in the end. Just one of those kinds of things. Let's see, 2.4 months, 2.4 months. All right, let's put in a green manure here. So that we help to replenish the land. And then I think also for here for one cycle, I'm going to let this one go fallow. And then this one I'm going to add in the green manure as well. But I'm not going to let this one go fallow. And I'm hoping that we'll kind of de-cycle these a little bit so they're not popping at the exact same time. And that'll help matters a bit, hopefully. All right, you're still working on building all these things? Yeah. That's going to take a little bit of time. And we're already at our time for this episode anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of let the game run a little bit. We've done research. We've paused our researches here. I'm going to leave that there if it'll stay, just to keep things going. I'm going to let the iron keep getting made here. I'm going to let this get built, all the things get built that are being built, and we'll see where we kind of end up to start the next episode with. I think that makes good sense to kind of get the stuff built that we're waiting to get built here, and then moving on to something new. And we'll see what that is when we come back. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.